In this video, we're going to be looking at tarmac and asphalt sealing. These are quite different surfaces. I've used an example from Dave Strand for asphalt sealing, and then I've used an example from Nigel Blake for tarmac sealing, which is how most tarmac driveways are sealed in the UK. Keep in mind this isn't the same as tarmac asphalt painting. The main reasons to reseal a tarmacadam or asphalt surface are fading and general deterioration. So let's get straight in and take a look at resealing asphalt in the US, kindly explained by Dave Strand.
Today we're on a residential driveway. I am going to show you step by step how to seal coat your own driveway and save some money. On the asphalt pavement and spread it out with our squeegee. This is very crucial that you push the material up and pull it back, making sure that all of the crevices are filled. I usually go up and down the driveway at least 3 times. Nice, neat, clean, even lines. Make the job look neat.
When I first visited the property a few weeks ago, there was quite a lot of moss and algae present on the surface, and it was important that before I tried to clean with my pressure washer that I treated the moss and algae to reduce that, so that during the cleaning process I could clean with a very low pressure, which meant there was no risk of damaging the tarmac further. So we all know that with any DIY or building type project, then preparation is always the key. Whatever's going on, the good news is that there's a product available that's generally very easy to work with that can repair that damage. If it's a significant area of subsidence or a pothole, then we're looking to use our cold lay repair and crack repair compound that are available. A liquid repair there, hopefully you can just see that moving a little bit, or various forms of mastic. So the product we're going to use to restore and protect the tarmac is an acrylic based coating. It's not to be confused with a low cost kind of tarmac paint, which you could say is a little bit like putting a plaster over a gaping wound. It might be covering it, but it's actually not fixing it. With our product, the principle is that the acrylic, the resins, they soak into the tarmac and put back that weather repellency that the wear and tear and elements have taken away since it was first laid. Be easy to work with. Literally, if you're capable of painting a vertical wall, you could say you're overqualified to use this product. It really is that easy. Okay, so we've got our paintbrush for cutting in around the edges, then we've got our roller kit, the tray or the scuttle. It's best to average out on maybe 50 square meters per container, a first coat, and a second coat could be 60, 65, maybe even more. It all depends on condition. Okay. Now when it comes to weather conditions, I would say generally you need to be applying the product in drying conditions. I've applied the product any time from March until October. Really you're looking at, say, dry conditions with temperatures maybe 12 degrees and above, but importantly not too hot. Certainly if you got to the point where the temperatures may be 23, 22, 25 degrees, you would put your hand on the tarmac and it would feel very warm. Basically your product is going to dry too quickly. So if you are, and hopefully you are, working at a time of year where you've got very nice weather, if the temperatures are reaching any kind of level near that, I would suggest doing the work in the first part or the end of the day when there's not significant heat in the tarmac itself. When it comes to the application, very easy with a roller, and the great thing, unlike painting a wall, I'm certainly not the world's best at painting a wall, but because the tarmac is very absorbent and accepts the product very readily, you don't get an issue with runs or drips or this kind of thing really. So as I say, really easy to apply, and on a day like today, you know, temperatures around 20 degrees, really a couple of hours between coats is absolutely fine. We've completed the project. A couple of things to think of moving forward. My recommendation would be, if you're looking to keep the tarmac in pristine condition, it's worth considering a top-up coat, one singular coat, maybe every 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Who knows? It all depends on the initial condition of the tarmac and how much wear and tear it receives. The other thing to consider, if you've got maybe north facing or overhanging trees and the area doesn't receive much sunlight, then you could find that you still have areas that go green. And that would be because with the product itself, it's putting that water repellency back into the tarmac, okay? And those algae will only grow where you have got a water resistant surface. So if you did find that the area still goes a little bit green during the winter, you can always just very simply take a product such as this one, a moss and algae clear product, dilute it down to maybe a 1:5 or even a 1:6 ratio. Just apply it with a garden sprayer and just leave it.
So I'm sure you'll agree both were great demonstrations and presentations of just how easy it is to seal an asphalt or tarmac paving surface. Let us know how you get on with your sealing adventures in the comments below, and remember to visit Driveway Wise for garden and outdoor inspiration and ideas. And we also run promotions, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks for joining us.